Chris Hawkes. I live in Bountiful, Utah. I have lived here for the better part of 30 years. I've spent 3 years in New York, 2 years in Las Vegas. I have been interested in art for, well, pretty much all my life. Grew up drawing it, drawing things since day one with you. And so the journey's been lifelong, I guess.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
Some of my favorite artists are Frank Frazetta. I think the first one was probably Sal Buscema. Was the one that kind of grew up with, and then discovered Frank Frazetta in high school, and then all the classic illustrators like Norman Rockwell, and there's just a big host of them. You just add to the list, but Frank Frazetta's probably, and Sal Buscema's had the biggest influences probably.
When did you decide to pursue a career of art, or as a profession?
I decided to pursue a career in art. I think about it, it was probably junior or senior year in high school. Chris Schnabel came down from Utah State University, who was an illustration student there, and he brought a host of illustrations down from the school there, and that was my first exposure to what would be termed an illustrator. Until then, it was a commercial artist, and so everybody was blown away by what he did, and so I just kind of picked his brain. Where'd you go to school? Utah State. And so I just, from that moment on, that's what I want to do, because the stuff was cool. So the markets I've found to be the most profitable for me, well, actually none, but they've been probably comics, spot illustrations for Wizards of the Coast. They've been the funnest. So profitability by numbers, they would be the ones, but by actual per assignment have been probably freelance for editorial magazines, or just painting jobs on the side for people. The part of the country that would be the best, I think, as far as getting work would be New York. I mean, with the internet now, I mean, it's a little bit different, but with the internet now, you can do it worldwide. In San Diego at the Comic-Con, I've talked to people from Germany, depending where they are, and they are doing fine. They get work from everywhere. But New York still is the hub of artwork, and plus it's inspiration for everything is there. I still like superhero stuff. I like stuff that's very aggressive in nature. So if you can, again, look at like Frank Frazetta's piece, it doesn't have to look like his, but I mean, people's stuff who have a lot of energy to it, that's composed well, those type of things, that's drawn well, beautiful women. I'm not drawn towards the pinup type of stuff, but I mean, I do like drawing and creating a lot of, either very powerful men or beautiful women. So, well, originally I wanted to be a comic book penciler. I found out that early on that I did not want to do that, because I like painting. And so I still like it, drawn towards it. I tend to like stuff that's a little bit more realistic. I mean, my tastes are pretty varied across the board of what I like. You can't let people tell you what to do, because art is so subjective that you may win first prize with one show, which I've done before. Won first prize in a statewide professional competition, and I put it in the next show that's a month away from that, and it doesn't even get accepted. And so it just depends on who's judging things. And so you just can't let people knock you down.